All right, we got zero time to waste. This is going down right now. Live search on stream. It's crazy. I just seen this. Hold up 1 second. Boom. Look at that. Live going down on stream is crazy. Make sure y'all come in, man. Hit that like button. Suzanne Simpson being searched for right in front of us. It's pretty insane. They're up there literally digging in this. What's going on, y'all? Welcome. Come on in. Smash that like button. Pretty crazy going on here. This is insane. They're literally searching right now. You said that was the first like, though. I appreciate it. What's going on, Tammy? Welcome. What's going on, Volt fan? You see this live search going on right here? It's crazy. I don't know. When's the last? I don't think I seen this during Quentin Simon. I don't think I seen this. What's going on, Tammy? Wow, crazy, right? Hold on, let me make it big screen. It's crazy. And if you wanted to see, let's see. Yeah, they're literally all right. So the mom was supposedly, I don't know the whole story because I just dove into it and Jen put me onto it. Shout out to you, Jen. I appreciate you sending me this. You didn't send me the stream, but you sent me the case and I found the stream. So shout out to you. Again, mom went missing. I did see that the husband or whatever. There was some weird. This story's crazy. Hold up. Suzanne Simpson. It's crazy. I'm gonna jump into it. Just for the people who don't know. Now they're saying this right here. They're saying that Suzanne Clark Simpson may be found at a southeast side landfill. Now I'm gonna jump into it. So the people who don't know, they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" People who are coming in. Shout out to the Rev Gang family, people coming in. Make sure you hit the like button, share the stream as we are diving in. There's a live search taking place right now. Now, I'm gonna read what's going on so you guys know. Now, 1 week since her disappearance, police believe the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson may be coming to an end as evidence points them to a southeast side landfill. Now, what kind of evidence that is, I have no idea, but I'm gonna jump into reading a little bit of this. It says, "We feel confident that there is a good chance of recovering Suzanne at the location," said, which I don't know how to say this dude's name, Villegas, maybe. "Evidence, statements, and solid police investigation has led us here. The search of Simpson moved to the landfill on Monday following searches last week in the wooded areas near her home in Almost Park." Okay, I see you. "The search continues Tuesday with excavators, golf carts, and a mobile command unit on scene. Orange cones were placed in certain spots, and yellow tape marks off a designated area. Multiple people, some wearing white jumpsuits, face masks, and gloves, are assisting in the search. We ask that you pray and wish well for the family in the coming days, and we will do our very best to help the family in our incredible community." So that's what you're seeing take place right here. It says Simpson, 51, is a real estate agent and a mother of 4. God bless her children. I can only imagine what they're thinking right now. And then the fact that her children could go to YouTube and see that their mother's being searched for on here is absolutely insane. She was last seen at a birthday party on Sunday of October 6th, and later that evening, a neighbor witnessed a physical altercation. Now, it says evidence of an assault on her has led to the arrest of her husband, Brad Simpson, which you see on the thumbnail, 53, who is now at the Bexar County Jail. On Sunday, ATF officials confirmed that they placed a federal hold on Brad Simpson, meaning he'll remain in federal custody. They did not say why a hold has been placed on him, but Villegas on Thursday said he remained uncooperative. So they obviously got some type of evidence or something leading to, what's going on. Shout out to you. I see you, Katie Bug. Gypsy, welcome to the stream. Flora says, "I live near there." Wow. Interesting. Welcome to the stream. What's going on just there? Shout out to everybody coming in. Super sad situation taking place right here in front of us, as these children can see their mother being searched for and the father uncooperative, or the husband. What's going on, that girl? Welcome. Sailor, welcome. Man, this story is crazy. It's crazy. Go through here a little bit. What's going on, Shammy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Jenna says, hey, T-REV in chat. Long time no see. Dang, it's been a minute. Glad to see you back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you too, though. Arlene, what's going on? Welcome. You said this is right near where I used to live. Wow. Yeah. This is what? I just read it. I can't remember the name of the town though. What? Bexar County or something. Probably saying it wrong right now. And hopefully I'm saying it right. Bexar. Can hear myself talking. This is right near. Yeah. Okay. Well, you lived right by here? Well, you like super close to this landfill or what? What's going on, Honeybee? Welcome to the stream. Jenna, what's going on? Nice to see you, my friend. Eli, what's going on, my guy? You're welcome, Juanito. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you're coming in as we are covering this. I don't know if we're going to see what goes down or if they find her, but hopefully they do. They said they got evidence that points them towards this spot right here. So with them having evidence and be like, they definitely would have something to come and start ripping up. We've seen them search landfills, though, in cases like Elijah View and Quentin Simon. We've seen that, right? So with and plenty of other cases that we could probably think of right now off the top. But the fact that they have something. So with Quentin, I think it was like some blood or whatever that they found. And it'd probably be the same for this. And they'd be able to track that trash can that would probably be brought to this location. It's in Bexar County in Texas. What's going on, Lotus? Welcome. Rachel says, my youngest child, what? It's spelled Bexar, but pronounced Bear County. Okay. Bear County. I got you. Like bear isn't a bear. Okay. That makes sense. 100%. So Bear County. Huh. Interesting. Why don't you just put a B-E-A-R in there, you know? Why don't you just put a B-E-A-R? I get it, though. This is disgusting. The fact that, you know, thrown in the trash, another case of somebody thrown in the trash, put in the trash or discarded in the trash, whether it happened, you know, there or not. The fact that I want to look up some more because they're saying that the husband is uncooperative, and with the husband being uncooperative, it's, you know, they obviously found somewhere though. They went somewhere and found a location and possibly found a scene if they're being led here. I mean, what? Blood evidence, clothes, something would lead them here. And there's a lot of action going on here. Like as far as vehicles and them up there searching, they've brought out a lot of manpower. It's crazy. Good to see you, my friend. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you too. It's nice to see you. Let me see. Angelica says, can't imagine finding your mother or child in that. Tell me about it. Cindy, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, my friend. You know, the family definitely deserves justice. Heartbreaking. It is, Debbie. Doesn't even, I mean, I couldn't imagine. And then it being on YouTube or broadcast on TV, a landfill search. I mean, it's got to be traumatic, super traumatic. We definitely need to pray for this family for sure. Super sad. Super, super sad. I mean, that's like me imagining my boy or daughter, you know, looking for or seeing a search going on YouTube. I'd hope they would not find that, you know? I wouldn't even tell them. Damn, that's crazy. You said, how long has she been missing? October 6th, I believe it was, when I just read it. For the folks coming in, I'll give you a little background on what's going on, because you're probably looking on the screen like, what's going on, right? Who's being searched for? Police confident landfill search in the Southeast San Antonio will lead to finding Suzanne Clark Simpson. Now, again, 1 week since her disappearance, police believe the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson may be coming to an end as evidence points them to a Southeast landfill. Okay. Actually, I even got a better idea. Let's play this, right? I have a video where it'll give us a breakdown on what's going on for Suzanne Simpson here. And here, hold on, let me go to it because I just seen it and I was going to play it, but then I seen this search going on and I wanted to watch this search or, pull it up and talk to you guys while we were, seeing what was going on here at the scene. As you can see, there's police walking around. They have, they got tons of different things going on out here. I mean, they got excavators, all different types. Let me pull this up right here. Here it is. I got it. So I'm going to play this for the folks and myself too, because I literally just heard about it through Jen. She was talking about it in the Discord, and I was like, wow, this is insane. So let's play it real quick. This is the latest drop right here. Ready?
Police say the mother of 4 was last seen outside her home late Sunday night.
Okay, let me know before I keep playing it. Let me know how that sound is. Does it sound okay? I just want to make sure it sounded good. Like you could actually hear it pretty clear. Good to catch you live. What's going on, Pinna Rose? Nice to see you, my friend. Why am I lagging? Like, what's going on? I'm looking crazy right now. I don't like that. Okay. I do not like lag. That's horrible. Boom, boom, boom.
Fighting with her 53-year-old husband, Brad.
What's going on, Judy?
A neighbor
welcome.
says later he heard screams in the woods nearby.
They said that he had been arrested the day before.
That report coming in from KSAT in San Antonio, Texas, where Brad Simpson has now been arrested on multiple charges of violent assault causing bodily injury and unlawful restraint. This after neighbors heard suspicious sound.
Unlawful restraint. I wonder what I think somebody witnessed something, right? As it said in the report that I just read, but maybe his trash can, maybe they found something in his trash. We'll hear the whole story once everything unfolds, right? Everything will come out. But
sounds coming from their home the night before he reported his own wife, Suzanne, missing. The search for Suzanne.
Hold up. What? So he allegedly killed her and then reported her missing? Damn.
Continues, and friends and relatives and neighbors held a prayer vigil for her. Reporter John Paul Barajas with KSAT has the story.
I got you.
Family, friends, and strangers gather.
You're saying there's an echo? I got you. Give me a second. Dang. I don't like echoes. Echo. Let me let's see if we take this out and put it back in, if it'll go away. Maybe I might have to put headphones in, and that's okay. If I got to, I got to. Let me go down to here. Audio background. That's weird. I can't stand echoes. I may have to do this. Hold up. Here we go. Let me know if it goes away when I do this right here. Entire screen. Also share that. Go back to here. Bring it back up. All right. So let me know if we're echoing still.
To pray for Suzanne Clark Simpson. She was last seen last Sunday. At this time, for loved ones leaning on their.
Let me know if that's echoing. Did it just echo there? The X is silent. I got you. What's going on, Lisa? Welcome to the stream. Here we go. Is it still echoing, Honeybee? Let me know.
Faith seems like the only thing they can do.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why it happened. It wasn't part of their life.
Suzanne's mom, Barbara Clark, says she spoke to her daughter 1 hour before she was last seen.
She called me up and told me the things that Brad had done to her physically. Well, I came up with an alternative plan for her.
So, whoa. Oh, this is, who is this? I'm trying to see who this person. Oh, this is her mom. Okay, so Barbara Clark right here is the mom. Do you guys want to? I could pull this up real quick. Let's watch this for 1 second, because I want to pull this up so you guys can actually see the visual.
I hope that you move in with.
So you can actually see the visual. Pull this here, right? Boom. It's on Court TV. Let's watch this.
I never got to tell her the plan.
Clark explained Suzanne told her
KSAT has
part of their life.
Suzanne's mom, Barbara Clark, says she spoke to her daughter 1 hour before she was last seen.
She called me up and told me the things that Brad had done to her physically. Well, I came up with an alternative plan for her in the hope that she'd move in with me. I never got to tell her the plan.
Clark explained Suzanne told her her husband Brad had hurt her arm and back.
That is super sad.
Back around 9 p.m. According to an arrest affidavit, around 10 or 11 p.m., a neighbor then saw the Simpsons fighting outside their almost park home and later heard screams from the wooded area nearby.
Do you think that Brad's responsible for her disappearance?
Angela, thank you.
I agree with that. I would like to visit with him and ask him why. What happened?
Clark adds the family's doing the best they can, but she is worried about Suzanne's 4 children.
That's hard to know exactly how they're doing.
And even as everyone tries to remain positive, Clark fears her daughter is no longer alive.
I don't think she is, because I have not heard from her.
Is there any...
Oh, man. That shit gave me chills, y'all. Huh. Like, I mean, chilled from head to toe. When she said, I don't think she's alive because I haven't heard from her. That shit chilled my whole body. Chills from left, right arm. Oh, my God. Poor mom.
Anything you say to Suzanne right now, if she could hear you?
Suzanne, we love you. We need you. And we pray for you.
Thanks to KSAT for that report. Think Tank still with us. Al Wunsch III, Darnell Crosland, and Jennifer
What's going on, Grammy?
Jennifer, he's not yet charged with murder. He's charged with unlawful restraint because of what those neighbors overheard of injury that causes bodily injury or assault that causes bodily.
What did the neighbors overhear? Oh, my goodness, man. There's a lot of stuff in this. There's a lot of stuff already. So the neighbors heard stuff. They witnessed stuff.
Injury. Do you think that there's a reason that they are waiting to charge with murder?
Maybe just to gather up some more evidence. I mean, she hasn't been found. Maybe they hope that they will find her. So I think maybe a little more time is needed just to sort of put together everything that they do have before they can level those charges against him. They want to be right. So I think it makes sense to just see if there's anything else that comes up, especially finding her. I think that is the most critical part of all of this.
Absolutely. Of course, wanting to keep hope, but Al, listening to the mother when she was asked if her son-in-law had anything to do with this, it's almost like she couldn't bring herself to say the word. She just said, I can agree with that instead of just, yes, I think he did it. Can they move forward in terms of the prosecution if the worst happens and they don't find a body?
Well, I think the valuable lesson that we learned on this whole thing is that if anyone lives near me and you hear screams in the woods, call the police immediately. Okay. I mean, why wouldn't have someone called the police at that instance?
I gotta agree with him. If you, and that's for everybody that's here listening. If you ever hear a scream, I don't give a shit if it's outside your window. Definitely call the police. Why not? You could be saving someone's life, or you could be, helping assist in a good way. Don't listen to people be like, man, you a snitch because you called the police. Hell nah. Pick up that phone, hit 911 immediately.
The neighbor had such detail as to what argument was going on and didn't think to maybe pick up the phone and call 911. Didn't think to say, I hear screams after a big fight. There might be something wrong here, folks. So neighbors of mine, please make sure you call the police first and go from there. But do they have enough now? No, they don't have enough now. And
imagine.
I think it's a smart move to keep him on ice the way they have it, and to see what evidence they can find and what they can start doing. And hopefully they'll find her phone, and then maybe things will start to turn around a little bit. But they got him on enough to keep him out of commission for a while. And I think that's a smart move.
Darnell, he doesn't have bond. So what do you think is happening with his defense? He's no doubt either been given a lawyer. He likely has a lawyer that he's called. What's happening now from the defense side while this search continues?
Unlike Al, I disagree with keeping people on ice. I'm a very strong component of the constitutional rights that we have. And unlawful restraint, someone has to prove up that he restrained her unlawfully, restricted her movement, etc. The neighbors hearing screamings or whatever they heard cannot prove that up. And to have him with no bond, which I've seen these in my cases, because they suspect that he had something to do with the death is not good enough for me. I think that the most they could have proved up was.
Hold up, they're saying something. That's why I wanted to go to this real quick. 1 second. So she was just talking. Like, what happened? And that's the live search right there. I just wanted to see. I kind of want to go back and hear what she just said. Let's listen. Let's go listen to what she just said. Did she not say something? This was just a couple seconds ago. Now this is the live search. Hold up. Nothing. I don't hear. Okay. I'm not hearing her talk. Let's keep going. Let's get that back. Oh man, panned out the camera. Oh, I don't like that. Panned out the camera. Let's put this back on.
The breach of peace or some type of disorderly conduct because of the sounds or whatever. Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of the murder case, I agree that they should not bring that case now. If they brought that case now, they'd have to have a judge swear on an affidavit with the judge. And based on what they have now, all they have is a person that's missing that has history of arguing. So they wouldn't.
I do have it on. I got the volume on this search right here that you can see on the screen, obviously. And when she starts talking, I'm gonna pause the video that we're listening to now, which came out 2 hours ago.
Affidavit wouldn't fly. And lastly, if they did take it out now, here in Connecticut, you can file a speedy trial and you have to be brought to trial within 30 days. And if you're not, then the defense files a motion for dismissal and it must be granted unless there's some circumstance. So if they brought it now before they had evidence, the speedy time runs and they could lose the whole case. And she gets no justice at that point.
Now, I want to add some facts, Darnell, to the analysis you just gave. The mother, we understand, provided police with this almost word.
All right, I'm pausing this because she's about to talk. And I want to hear what she says. I don't know. Maybe they found her and she heard that. I don't know. We'll see. And that's live at the scene, too. This is live at the scene right now. This is. You said that call could have saved her life? For sure. The screams, you never know what it could have done, right? But damn, just to think that you heard screams and then didn't do anything until after the fact, the neighbors got to live with that. And you never know. They may go through some stuff over that. People will feel bad later on, you know. I'm sure there's been times where a lot of us have heard screams and nothing ever came from it, you know. But there's times where something may come from that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. He said, Tammy, she is pretty. Looks like a creep to begin with. What's going on, Peggy? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, my friend. Flora W says that dude that saw it was too cowardly to call the cops.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I can't say you're wrong because I don't know who it is. You said, I'm sure the neighbor witnessed the husband grabbing her and arguing, but I don't think he thought to call the police. I think it was a regular occurrence. Yo, we don't hear you. So I'm guessing they're recording with no sound right now. Like, are they on the news with no sound? Damn, I thought we were about to hear something. They're on the news right now with no sound. It's crazy. I want to hear what they're saying. It's Bear County. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, I know. People were already telling me. I appreciate it. Ramona says, hello, brother. How are you? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Trying to hear this. You said this same story happened to me? Damn. Probably waiting for 6 o'clock live report. You might be right about that, Craig. Who T-REV? I don't think I've ever seen a federal hold on someone. Huh. Just joining. Where is this? Bear County, Texas. It said Bear County, Texas, Mullins girl. Juanita says, oh no. She don't know she's muted? I don't think she does. I don't think she knows she's muted right now. Imagine being on the news and being muted when you're talking. You're talking like thinking you're live right then, and you're not. And everybody's trying to hear what you're saying, but yet we're trying to read your lips at this point. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, this is the story. And the story is the police are confident that she is in this landfill. Okay, it's in Southeast Antonio, and they believe that it's going to lead to finding her. And this is going on right now. This search is right now. This is live right now. I mean, even they're live on the scene. And it again says 1 week since her disappearance, police believe the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson may be coming to an end as evidence leads them and points them to a southeast side landfill, which you see right now on the screen, and it's live right now. Almost Park Police Chief, I don't know if it's Villegas or what, but it says on Tuesday shared a message with the city's residents, and we feel confident that there is a good chance. Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
At the top of this landfill, you can see crews who are actively searching. Oh, goodness. You hear me blabbing then. Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
We definitely hear you.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll let him know. Tiny more headroom. You heard him. Does that mean I have a small head?
But long story short, they believe she's in this landfill right now, and they're searching there. Yes, it is.
And then I'm going to come back in the shot, and I'm going to talk about...
Probably is.
I'm going to talk about, once I talk about Brad Simpson, let me play it again, because I need to know what I'm doing. Good evening. Authorities are we good?
Oh, my God.
Okay, great. Oh, gotcha. Good evening. Authorities are still here actively searching at a southeast side landfill. I'm going to step off to the side so you can get a closer look at what is happening right now. You can see there is definitely more vehicles than there were yesterday. At the top of the landfill, you could see that crews are actively searching through trash that has accumulated for over a week. Now there is more searching that goes on beyond what we can see. The Alamos Park Police Chief released a statement saying, where am I? We feel confident there is a good chance of recovering Suzanne at that location. Evidence, statement, and police investigation has led us there. Now, what that evidence is still unknown. And then I'm going to come into the frame. Hello. For Brad Simpson, he currently remains at the Bexar County Jail on family violence charges. We will continue to follow this case and bring you any further updates. But for now, reporting on the southeast side, Taylor Whartonby, News 4 San Antonio. Beautiful.
Did she say where the fuck am I? Is that what she said? That's what I thought. Hey, I actually like that though. I like the fact that they give you that raw on the scene. I dig it. Nothing wrong with it. I like that raw on the scene feel. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather that. Echo. We're echoing? Are we echoing? What's going on, Just Jen? Welcome. Are we echoing? Somebody said echo. Thank you, Just Jen. 21 months. Arlene, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate you, my friend. As always, shout out to you. Tracy. Let me know if I'm echoing. All right, no echo. Okay, that must have been before. Paulo will get to this point. Super slab. You said, oh, no. Oh, no echo. Okay, I got you. She's fired. Debbie said she's fired. I wonder if they might run that one. Crazy. San Antonio, Texas. Sound is great. Thank you. I had to get my StreamYard back. I didn't even have StreamYard.
I'm still live on Facebook. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
That's your boss calling you saying, why did you say fuck? Nice to see you too, B. Frank. Yep, she's gone. Crazy. You said this is happening way too much. I know, it's like it's becoming a regular thing, right? Or it's put out there and you see it. It's like regular, seriously. And they got him on federal hold too. Who is Suzanne Simpson? I don't know this case. Barbara, Suzanne Simpson. Or October 6th, there was a fight. Neighbors heard her screaming. Or neighbors heard her screaming. And they believe she's in this landfill that you see right here to my left. Okay. So this landfill that you're seeing right now, this is live. They're at the scene searching for Suzanne. They believe that she is found in, or they believe that they're going to find her in this landfill. I don't know what they found and brought them to this landfill, but her husband, some fight. They got him on a federal hold. I don't know what it is, or why they got him there. Obviously, we know why, but or how. We don't know what evidence they had found. He said, "Where'd she go?" Most reporters water there live. I see what maybe you meant something else, and tell you what they think you want to hear. Right. I get you. I get what you're saying. Glad you're back. Thank you, Dina. Shout out to you, my friend. I think she was practicing. She must have been practicing. I mean, they're still searching there. I'll tell you that much. I wonder if they found like blood in the trash can, or it had to be though, like some dumpster or something. They found some type of blood or something. Come on, clothing. She's gonna cuss. She's fired. Patty, nice to see you. I've been praying for this beautiful mama. Even her mom said she thought she was gone. Sad. And then the person on the news asked if the mom thought it was him. And the mom goes, yeah, I do. I do think it was him. And I had a plan for her to go. Pray, you need to pray for this family. Prayer for the moms. Or not for the moms, like mom. Prayer for the mom. Prayer for the kids. Because she has 4 children and they could be probably watching this. I don't know. I don't know their ages. I just literally heard of this case. And as soon as I look, first thing I see this and a few other things. It's insane. He says she's back. Her mom said they had been to a party. She thinks alcohol was involved. And he's the one that reported her missing. So the fact that he went out on the limb and reported her missing, he definitely was trying to cover up whatever happened. Because why would you report her missing if you killed her, right? If you murdered your wife, why would you report her missing? That's just, that's like, come on, come get me. He thought he would get away with it, obviously. Literally thought he'd get away with it. He said, I wonder if they found a weapon. They had to find something, right? They definitely had to find something. She looks like she got her ass chewed. Never know. trash right there. She probably will go live for go live in 2 minutes. Yeah, if you're in Texas, Bexar County, San Antonio, you probably could turn this on and watch it on your local news station if you got cable. It is very sad, Mike. It just doesn't make sense. If you feel like you got to hit your wife, then you shouldn't be with her. Because there's no man in this world that should be beating on women. Period. Saying hello all. And the fact that you said the neighbor was a male, I've seen people say the neighbor is a male. I haven't seen the neighbor. I don't know that. But if the neighbor's a male and heard screaming, didn't act, didn't call the police, nothing, that's weird. If I hear screaming, I know I'm going to go try to find out where the screaming is coming from. And I'm also going to be calling the officer to the scene because something bad could be happening. So, okay, thanks. It's a new case. It said October 6th. Yes, Barbara, October 6th. So sad. Another woman gone to a domestic violence. I never heard about the case until now. Yeah. I've just heard about it myself yesterday, actually. Here comes the do-over. I think she's accidentally slipped the F. She looks very sad. Yeah, you're wilding out with that type of crap in here. I wish Dad a happy birthday. Stop robbing your grandma. She's too close to that.
Good evening.
highway.
Authorities are still here from earlier at a southeast side landfill. I'm going to step out to the side so you can take a closer look at what is happening here now. As you can see behind me, there is a sectioned off area where crews were going through trash that accumulated over a week. The Alamos Park Police Chief has stated, "We feel confident there is a good chance of recovering Suzanne at that location. Evidence, statements, and solid police investigation has led us here." Now, what that evidence is still unknown. For Brad Simpson, he has currently remained at the Bexar County Jail on family violence charges. We will continue to follow this case and provide you any further updates. But for now, reporting on the southeast side, Taylor Whartonby, News 4, San Antonio.
With other people that have been through exactly what you've been through. And I think if it wasn't for those support groups, I would not be as successful as I have been 2 years post-surgery.
Efforts intensifying at a landfill in southeast Bexar County for Suzanne Simpson, the Alamos Park mother last seen 9 days ago.
But the objective of this search has shifted. According to Alamos Park Police, this is now a recovery mission. That's based on a letter sent to the Alamos Park community from the police chief. In that letter, Chief Fidel Villegas wrote that evidence obtained through statements and the investigation led officers directly to that landfill.
Our John Paul Barajas back out at that recovery site for a second day. So, JP, what is the...
Why did it mute? That's weird. Hold on, let me put it back on.
The very latest out there.
Steve, Myra, we have not received any official updates this afternoon. I spoke to the DPS spokesperson around 4:15 through email. All he told us was that he had left for the day and that he would be back tomorrow morning and did not have any additional information. Back out here, we have seen a lot of movement, though, a lot of activity. You can see that grid blocked off with yellow caution tape and where the excavator's at. That's where the majority of the activity has been. But from our vantage point, we wanted to get a better look, so we fired up the KSAT-12 drone to get a better idea of what exactly was going on. And you could see there that they were using that excavator to dig up buried trash and waste, and then the individuals in white hazmat suits are using what looks like to be rakes to comb through the waste. We also know through social media posts that the individuals in white are cadets with SAPD who are assisting in this case. As for the search efforts, there are a few different locations that personnel is concentrating on, one on the side of the hill and the other on top. As you mentioned, the Alamos Park Police Chief did send a letter to his community saying he was confident they would find Suzanne at this landfill. So it does sound like this has become more of a recovery effort as a search effort. Suzanne was last seen 2 Sundays ago. There are reports of
You see them up there, right there, y'all? Look at the top right now. Is there something going on up there? They're gathering around that trailer. If you see, I'm sure you do. Top right, a little above that tent at the top of that trailer. It looks like they got something going on up there. You said Simpson, a 51-year-old luxury real estate agent, was, yep. That is definitely the story right there. Just starting to become a sick trend. I don't understand why. Yeah, to unalive your wife or husband, like what the hell is wrong with people in this world today? I'm honestly scared for the future. I don't know. It just seems like people can't keep their hands to themselves, and people are just too nosy and just can't, And I mean, like, it's just a thing. People are too nosy. They're angry. They're killing people for no reason. They're either killing someone in their family super close to them, or they're committing random acts of violence and taking people's lives. And it is becoming a trend. It is becoming something that we wake up every day and literally, as soon as you open your eyes, you're hearing about this wicked story of where people just can't keep their hands to themselves. It's disgusting. That's why I always got the strap on me. I'm sorry, because it ain't happening. I mind my business, so stay out my lane. Like, it's crazy. Haven't heard why they are searching there. Well, they're searching there for some reason. I haven't heard the exact reason on why they're searching there, but they have the husband in a federal hold right now, or on a federal hold. And as I just read some new reports, they say they're very confident that she's at this landfill. So the fact that they're very confident of that, I had to find something in a trash can, etc. Something at the house, or something that maybe, in a trash can where it leads to this landfill, and they believe, where was this trash dumped at? They kind of have it lined right here. So it's got to be in this specific area or on the other side. It's got to be. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, there might be something going on there. They think her husband killed her and put her in the landfill. Angie says, it's been like forever. Seen a vid. Did they find something? Yeah, it's definitely been forever since I've been on, but I told y'all the other night I'll be on consistently. I will be on consistently. I had to get my son settled in school here. He started school here, etc. Maybe they're getting dinner. I don't know how nosy neighbors didn't call cops that night. Right. And they heard screams too. Or the neighbor heard screams. I don't know who this neighbor is. Some people said it's a he. I have no idea. I haven't even seen him or her. He said, thank God they found her. Yeah. Hopefully they did find her and recover her. So, there's a proper funeral and a burial for her. I mean, she does have 4 children. She does have 4 children. Yep, me too, T. What's going on, Sunshine? Nice to see you. Angel says, wow, is this a landfill? Yes, ma'am, it is. And they're searching in it right now for a body. I just got done watching day 2 of Quentin Simon, Leilani Simon. Oh my God, I can't stand her. Leilani Simon.
Block his ass.
Good to see you. It's been a while. You lost your son. That's right. I know. I remember talking to you about that. I remember emailing you about that, or I think it was actually Facebook. How are you holding up, my friend? Do they have children? Yes, there's 5 or 4. I'm sorry. There's 4 children. I'm pretty sure Delana said a 5-year-old. I don't know their ages either. What's going on, please? Is this a parody? Is what? A parody? T-REV, get your yard mode. That's funny. So, let's say get your yard mode. I wonder if he dismembered what? Or strangled her. Like that case that's been alive, her mom. It was boiling her body in a pot inside an oven. Right? I read somewhere that his husband, or that the husband's brother, has been cooperating with them and perhaps helped them get this far to know to search there. Yeah, you're the one who told me about this. Pebbles, welcome. Thank you. Welcome, Tracy. Tracy G, I appreciate you. 11 months. Thank you, my friend. Just Jen, thank you. And Sam Sunshine, thank you. Just Jen, 21 months. Woo! It's a long time. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I see it. I'm just trying to move through here. Leilani is a nut job. That's a fact. Monarch, what's going on, my friend? What the heck is this? What is that? I see some action right here. You're welcome, Creole. I know that's tough. Super tough. I seen the pictures that you sent me too. In video. I think you sent me a video. Super sad. Is this on loop? No, it's not. It's not. It's live right now. It's not on loop. It's live, and that's at the scene right now. It looks like they're driving a golf cart down. I don't know if they're just done searching for the day or if they're taking a break, if they found something. It seemed like they were doing something in that trailer up there to the top right. Youngest child is 5, so they're a little older. What's going on, Don? Nice to see you too. Scylla, I'm sorry about your son sending healing light to you. Yeah, most definitely. Creole lady, she lost her son recently. I remember seeing the Facebook message about it. I messaged her and told her. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely got to protect your family and yourself. Saddest life has came to this nowadays. He said the neighbor was watching and listening, fight enough to know when hubby left, how long he was gone, and when he came back, and yet still didn't call the cops. Youngest is 5. Poor kiddos. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. His brother's name is Bart Simpson. Is it really? I didn't know that. How they know what your yard looks like? I know, right? Orange card. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Sounds like people are creeping, huh? Pull up though. You got the balls. No, that is weird though. I agree. Noted. Super weird. I've heard ladies screaming many of times when the husband or boyfriend fighting with them. I call the police every time. It's at least 4 times LV called and couldn't live with myself if someone died, Debbie says. That's what I'm saying. I say, if you hear a scream, call the police. If you hear someone screaming and it sounds like they're being murdered, I mean, that's a sign enough right there. Screaming in general. Yeah, people do scream sometimes, and there's kids, people have kids, etc. I get it. But if you're hearing some wicked screams and it sounds weird to you at the time, it more than likely was something weird. That's a fact. What's going on, Clarence? What's going on, Sherry? Welcome. You said her four children are 20. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're aware then. They're super aware. 15 or 5, 15, 18, and 20. They are more than aware. It almost looks like a cross. Throwing people away like they are trash is completely cruel. Well, yeah, I know he's on a federal hold. They're gonna launch his ass. Justin, nothing funny about a mother's body being recovered. Oh man, that's where the gross comes out of the ground from a landfill. I want to see a little bit more of the. I want to actually see a little bit more of this story, right? Simpson. Let me actually pull this story up. In relation to wife last day seen in Alamo. Okay, here it is right here. Kind of want to read a little bit. So husband arrested in relation to missing Texas woman. It says rumor mill working overtime. Started lagging a little bit. Texas woman Suzanne Simpson has not been seen since earlier this month. It says, and let me exit that too. So again, Texas woman Suzanne Simpson, which live on the screen, you can see them searching the landfill that they believe that her body's in. And it says her husband, Brad Simpson, reported her missing last Monday and is now charged with assault and unlawful restraint, and he's being held on a federal hold. Investigators have been searching for Suzanne Simpson, but have no clear answers yet. The rumor mill also seems to be working overtime. Again, the rumor mill has been working overtime. There is no longer much to see on Contour Drive near Almost Park, Texas, which is located outside of San Antonio. Search parties in the woods and crime scene tape that was outside of the home of 51-year-old Suzanne Simpson now are gone. Still, a small police presence gives a visual clue that the investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, there is a lot to hear, both throughout the neighborhood and across social media. We had heard yesterday twice that they had found some remains and that they thought it was a lady. Now that's what the neighbor said. The neighbor said he eventually found out some stories he's been hearing on his morning walks, but he also found out that they were not true and some were. So some rumors were true, some weren't. Okay, I get it. So far, it appears Simpson's whereabouts are still a mystery. Police say, well, obviously not a mystery now. They feel like she's in this landfill. But again, it says police say mother of 4 was last seen outside her home late October 6th, fighting with her 53-year-old husband. A neighbor said later he heard screams in the nearby woods. They said he had been arrested the day before, like coming out of his ranch, Resendez said. That part of the story is true. Brad Simpson was arrested Wednesday on family violence charges. But contrary to talk around town, he did not get out of jail right away. As of Thursday afternoon, he remained in custody with bonds totaling in $2 million. The investigation seems to have activated some people's imaginations, and neighbors said they want the rumors to stop. You have to hope at one moment and you realize, oh, now they found her, so there's no hope. And then, well, no, actually it wasn't her. So yes, it was frustrating, Resendez said. So I think he's the one that heard the screams. I'm not sure. That's what it seems like. Crazy.
A physical altercation between her and her husband, Brad Simpson, before her disappearance. Brad was arrested last Wednesday on charges of assault, family violence, and unlawful restraint. He is currently not facing charges in Suzanne's disappearance. His bond is set at $2 million, and at last check, he is still in jail. Back out here, it does seem like they have wrapped up for the day. All those individuals in white hazmat suits, we saw them come down the hill and take off a lot of their gear, but we do still have some movement. That excavator still moving trash, and that dump truck up at the top has come down a few times since those individuals have left. We aren't sure if they are still actively searching or if they are just spreading out the trash. That way when the individuals in white hazmat suits come back, they'll start back up first thing in the morning. They called it today at 4.
Oh, let's pull this up right here. That was from yesterday, I believe.
Our #1 fit for active babies. Only round.
Oh, let's see. Skip. Oh yeah, this looks pretty crazy right here. So drone 12 flies over multi-agency search for Suzanne Clark Simpson. This looks pretty wild, the search. This drone footage is crazy. What? That's big land right there. It's a lot of land to look through. That's a lot. Wow. I'll pull it up in a minute so you can see. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Sorry, man. Appreciate. Glad to see you. Appreciate you, my friend. They'll solve this and he'll get locked up, Holly says. Yeah, he's definitely in there. Federal hold. Probably waiting to find her and see what else they have on him. I wonder if they were just putting the equipment up in that trailer when we seen him going in that trailer. Was that a red evidence bag that he had in his hand right there? Homie's got a little red bag. I can't tell and I can't see what those trucks say. I don't know if they're forensics or what. Interesting. This case reminds me of 2 cases, Suzanne Morphew and Jennifer Doulos. Barbara says. I've never heard of those. Did they find her body? I don't know. Seems like they might have found something. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. So sad. I really do hope they can find her. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Noah says. Noah. They must have. Yep. They must have concrete evidence to get that arrest warrant. It's a fact. They definitely got something. Claire, they got to have something. That's a fact. I wonder if it was blood in the trash can or something. Bexar County. Creole idiots, Bexar County. Some people are afraid to call for help because often cops take both to jail and believe, yep, that may be the thing too. Yeah, she definitely did. She definitely did. So I bet they got ring cams from nearby that they haven't disclosed. Oh, that's a good point. Because neighbors are saying they heard certain things, but I was just looking at the drone footage, and this area is insane looking, like the land. Let's see what other footage I can find here. Here we go. I'm gonna play a couple reports. Let me see. I want to hear more because I feel like I ain't heard much of the story. I've heard a little bit, bits and pieces, the main parts, but here we go. Right about here.
Suzanne Simpson has not been seen since Sunday night. Brad Simpson reported her missing on Monday and now is charged with assault and unlawful restraint.
Investigators have been searching for Suzanne Simpson for days now, but no clear answers as of this hour. Meanwhile, as Katrina Weber shows us, the rumor mill also seems to be working overtime.
There's no longer much to see on Contour Drive near East Alamos. Search parties in the woods and crime scene tape that was outside the home of 51-year-old Suzanne Simpson now are gone. Still, a small police presence gives a visual clue that the investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, there is a lot to hear, both throughout the neighborhood and across social media.
We have heard yesterday twice that they had found some remains and they thought it was the lady.
Epitacio Resendez says he eventually found out some stories he's been hearing on his morning walks are not true. So far, it appears Simpson's whereabouts are still a mystery. Police say the mother of four was last seen outside her home late Sunday night, fighting with her 53-year-old husband, Brad. A neighbor says later he heard screams in the woods nearby.
They said that he had been arrested the day before, like coming out of his run.
You heard screams in the woods nearby, but didn't say nothing.
That part of the story is true, that Brad Simpson was arrested Wednesday on family violence charges. But contrary to talk around town, he did not get out of jail right away. As of Thursday afternoon, he remained in custody with bonds totaling $2 million. With this still being an active scene, it seems to have activated some people's imaginations. And some neighbors say they want those rumors to stop.
You have hope at one moment and then you realize, oh, well, now they found her, so there's no hope. And then it's like, well, no, actually, it wasn't her. So, yes, it is frustrating.
Like those close to Suzanne Simpson, her neighbors want the truth and are holding out hope that they'll also hear good news. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Truth and hope. There's also been a rumor that the Simpson family took out a restraining order against the suspect in this case, Brad Simpson.
We did check Bexar County records and there is no filing up.
All right, ready? Let's check this out too. You got to see this. This was the footage I was talking about, like of the nearby where dude heard the screaming, etc. Oh, stop with this lag. Boom. All right, look at this. Check this out. Look at that land. Drone 12 flies over multiple agency search for Suzanne Clark Simpson. That land's crazy looking. Right? That does look crazy though. I'm surprised he ain't put her out there somewhere. Rumor mill working. Is this footage? Let me see this. Click this bad boy. Come on, let me skip right by it.
Suzanne Simpson has not been seen since Sunday night. Brad Simpson reported her missing on Monday.
We already seen that one. I want to see this one.
We have new information on the case of a missing woman from Almost Park.
Yeah, just about 30 minutes ago, investigators released a new image of Suzanne Simpson from the night that she was last seen.
Our John Paul Barajas joins us live from Almost Park, not far from the Simpson home.
This takes me back to Clarence's comment where he said, man, they probably got rain cam footage or something from this area. I don't know. You may be right about that, because for them to drop something out there, a photo, they probably took that photo from whatever camera it was.
John Paul, we did get some more details in this afternoon news conference.
Steve, Myra, that's right. He called us here for a press conference around 4:15, the Almost Park police chief, but no significant breakthrough and very minimal details. The biggest thing he wanted to show us was this picture of Suzanne Clark Simpson. It's kind of blurry. If we can get a full screen up that way, that viewers at home can get a better look at it, even though it is blurry. You can see the black dress that she is wearing. This is a photo taken from the Argyle. That's a private club in Alamo Heights that she was attending the last time she was seen.
Why does she look so familiar?
Before there was reports of altercations between Suzanne and her husband, Brad. Again, you can see the black dress and the heels. This is the only new piece of evidence that they gave us. And back out here, I asked him about the lack of scene or the lack of activity that was going on. And he committed to us that that was because they had limited resources and they were using other personnel to execute search warrants at other properties in the Simpsons' home. He told us that they had been inside the Simpsons' home, but he wouldn't disclose what, if anything, was found. When he talked about other properties, we asked him, is Brad's ranch in Kendall County, where he was arrested, is that one of the properties that you were looking at? He doubled down on his remarks, saying they are searching other properties, and that's all the details he would give us at this time. And that's the latest information we have. Steve, Myra?
Thank you, John Paul. Just to clarify, the husband's property and where he apparently went after his wife disappeared is in Bandera County, not Kendall County. He was arrested, though, in Kendall County. And Brad Simpson, accused of assaulting his wife at this hour. Again, Suzanne Chase Simpson has been missing for 4 days, but her husband is back in Bexar County.
Yeah, Brad Simpson was transferred to the Bexar County Jail this afternoon from Kendall County, where he has been in custody since early Tuesday morning.
Yeah, again, it's Suzanne Clark Simpson.
Homie looks
spoken to Chase, Suzanne Clark Simpson. Also this afternoon, we heard from the mother of Brad Simpson, who said the family's devastated and in total disbelief. She said, quote, "What I want people to know is that our only concern right now is our children and our grandchildren, their happiness and their safety," end quote. She also told us she wishes for her daughter-in-law to come home safe.
What's this next one? Update. So the fact that he reported her missing, he obviously felt like he discarded her.
So Sunday night between 10 and 11 approximately, there was a disturbance at a club. It's called the Argyle Club in Alamo Heights.
You just said that.
Brad Simpson and his wife, Suzanne Simpson. They've been married approximately 22 years to the best of our knowledge, have 4 children. They live here in Almost Park. At that time, we didn't get notified of that disturbance or anything unusual until 24 hours later, when it was reported to us by Mr. Simpson that she was missing. So at that point, we handled it like a missing person.
There it is.
Facts were developed pursuant to that, and speaking with Mr. Simpson and then other people that were calling in to give us information. Facts seemed to indicate that it was possible that it got physical and there was an altercation. Here in Almost Park later on, the evidence that was obtained by us and some other eyewitnesses seemed to indicate that it got physical here.
On Tuesday, November 5th, America's moms will vote for our families, our feelings, and our futures.
Wild.
Our votes are our promise for a better tomorrow.
That definitely is wild. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, man. And it got dark out there super fast. So they're probably wrapping it up for the day. Either they're wrapping it up for the day or they found something. One of the two. It's a large landfill. Correct, Flora. You said the 51-year-old mother went missing on the night of October 6th near Trinity University in San Antonio. I need to wipe this. Brian. What's going on, Brian? Crazy. Sketchy. Yeah, you said I thought that was a troll. Yeah, well, it was. I mean, I don't think people understand it. I can see, just because I don't watch videos don't mean I can't see chats. I pay attention. I see. If I see you hating on me, I'm gonna either get you up out of here or I'm gonna laugh at you. You said I really like this detective. Good night, Ramona. Ramona, I appreciate you, my friend. Have a good night. She looks like an actress. I don't know. She looks familiar. I don't know whether it's an actress or, you may be right about that. Like from the woman from What Lies Beneath. I can't remember her name right this second. The chick from What Lies Beneath, the main one? She kind of looks like her a little bit, to be honest with you. Police arrested the husband on the 2 misdemeanor charges. Yep. ETF involved. She failed to pick up her daughter from school and they called the husband. So that's why he reported.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're definitely wrapping up for the day, it looks like. But I wonder what they found. You never know what they found for the day, so. 22 years in like that, right? Tragedy. In tragedy. He said he took the son to school that morning, and I believe Suzanne normally took him to school. Yeah, that's sketchy for sure. Sketchy at best. Very sketchy. What's going on, Deborah? Like, why would you come in here and be like, I thought you said Rev Gang. I can lean on Rev Gang. Nah, you can't lean on Rev Gang for shit if I seen you hating. Something's mentally wrong with you. Let's put her child in that situation. Court records show Simpson has a arraignment scheduled for November 13th. Wow, that's a while. He got a whole month. He's got a little bit less than a month to go. You said she is a luxury real estate agent, though. She probably does rub elbows with some upper class people for sure. Oh, D, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. Working in that field, the house that she lived in, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She's probably dealing with a lot of, people that are upper, like you just said, for sure. So sad. Praying they find her. The family needs closure. I know she's got older children too. 1 5-year-old. Like, I don't care if you're wasted, drunk. You still know right from wrong on hitting your wife or not. And if you get to the blackout point, then that means you need to put that shit down. If you don't remember something, that means you need to stay far away from it. So I think at 53 years old, you would know by now if drinking's made for you or not. Super sad. Said, oh, BK. Family, not a clique. I wonder if the police chief will come over and speak with the news crew that we're watching right now. See, yeah, but I'm thinking he got assault charges. Plus, if he's on a Fed hold, there must be Fed charges too. I'm trying to find. I wonder what it would be. He told law enforcement that Suzanne was asleep in the daughter's bed that morning at 7:30, but I'm betting that was a complete bullshit lie. Well, Brad, is it Brad Simpson?
You suck, you jackass.
How about that, Brad? Oh, that's big money. I wonder how much the houses are over there. About at least $1 million or what? Are they $1 million houses? Nice to see you too, Paige. Yeah, let me exit that. Exit this. If I get a little bit of, I don't know why it's lagging. In the hell it takes time. I don't see nothing going on. Besides police, they're all leaving. What is it? Ford Explorer. Yeah, divorce. You would think you'd get a divorce. Having children by your abuser doesn't mean you should stay in the situation. My current spouse is a domestic abuse survivor, Frank said. Damn, Frank. Well, if she don't go through it no more. I've met some too. I know what you mean. They are mansions. They paid $1.5 million, I read today, Angelica said. Bexar County isn't cheap living regardless. She reminds me of the other Suzanne whose husband Barry offed her in Colorado.
Oh my God.
See, that's the thing. I've done, you know how many people in here? I've seen a few right or just earlier talk about, I've seen cases similar. I even seen some names like other Suzanne names that cases are similar. I'm like, wow. It's definitely something that we're seeing a lot more these days when we wake up. Hold on, I'm going to get a drink real quick. I need some water. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I had to differentiate. I was so close to giving up hope. I started asking Lord to give me a sign. Lord, don't give up on me. Life sucked because I was messing it up. And I was never enough. All right, I'm back. You want my advice? You fall twice, think you better get up. Ooh. Oh, man. Crazy. I didn't know that the search was taking place, Jen. That's crazy. So, Jen, yesterday you told me about this. I watched a video, right? I think it was the Court TV video I watched. And then today, they're in the landfill searching. Crazy. This is a crazy one. Let me pull this to here. Okay, there we go. This camera is laggy. Am I laggy on the camera on like live? Is it laggy? Look at that. I don't like that. Suzanne Simpson's husband to face ATF indictment per San Antonio Express News. There was 25 cents to read the article. Dang. Suzanne Morfu. Yeah, that's one of the names I seen in the chat. So it was a very similar case, huh? You said, I think they were wrapping up because it's getting dark. I know. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, it's been getting dark. You could probably, if you took it back to the beginning of the stream and up to the front, you'll see the big difference. I am lagging on the screen. That's crazy. I don't like that. Not a fan. I think they're wrapping up because it's getting dark. The bats, you said the bats will be coming out as it gets dark. You don't want to be outside when they start flying around. Heck no, you don't. It's a federal indictment. I just pulled, you said, I just X off the paywall on Express News site. I wonder if they found anything today. I'm sure, I don't know if it'll come out if they did, but I guess if you see him being charged with murder, it may be. They may have found enough. They're holding it. I feel like they're doing the usual. I mean, and you guys know how these cases go. If you binge watch true crime, you know that they'll hold somebody for these other things and then, add on the charges later. The murder charges anyways. Here in California, Frank says, we have weave. So a woman escaping a violent environment. Don't believe when they tell you it will never happen again. Damn. It happened to my wife by both exes. Damn, Frank. Well, I'm glad she's with you now and she don't have to deal with that shit, And thank you for sharing that. That's some personal stuff. That's some personal stuff. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. Paige says Texas marshals don't cut anyone slack. They will get him. Yeah, I feel like they already are on his ass. And he's not cooperating. There it goes right there. So I think the search is over. I want to say the search is over. Let me pull up this other thing. Fix this. Pull up. Boom. It looks like the search is over. That's exactly what it is. Pretty sure. You said those 4 kids have both lost their parents in 9 days. And both of them. Yep. Both parents. Dad too. Why does it keep on clicking off of that? A neighbor told the police that what he heard, or told the police he heard the couple arguing from his window and saw the two engaged in a physical fight, with Brad grabbing her upper torso area to gain control of her body. And I'm sorry. I just got to say this. If I see someone beating a woman outside, I'm going to go outside with this gun and put it, in hands. I'm not even joking. So I don't know. You beating a woman around me, I'm pulling up, or I hear some screaming or something. I'm coming out, gun drawn. Get away. I'm making sure his ass goes away. And if he don't, then he's going to get shot. Straight up. He's getting shot. It's weird. I don't get it. Why didn't this neighbor do shit? So he's seen all of this stuff. I know you didn't want to. He might be one of them people that are like, I don't want to get involved with this. But if you live at a neighbor's and you could do something, say something, come out on the phone, please something, get him moving. What's going on? That shit is weird, man. You didn't. Crazy. That's crazy. Blowing me away, man. That is crazy. But yet he did not call 911. Exactly. He didn't call 911 one time. Not one time. Neighbor is obviously a peeping Tom. Ooh, I don't know, Gypsy. I don't know who the neighbor is. But all I know is that's weird. To hear all that clear on my screen, good. So, absolutely wild. I wonder what it is that led them to this landfill. It had to be some blood or something. Let me fix this. I need to get all of my StreamYard shit right. I just got it back. I didn't have it back before. You said I've been with her for 23 years. That's good, brother. I'm glad she found someone good that's not beating her, because it's crazy. Sus Busters. I like that name. That's funny. Green Eyes. I've been with her for 23 years. He should have, you see, he should have videoed it. Yeah. And called the law. I found out 4 weeks later. Have you watched the interview with their mother? Yes. I just seen, well, part of it. Part of it. It was on the news though, right? Correct? Let's see if we can pull it up. Here, I'm going to pull this up on my screen real quick. Now I want to watch that video because I couldn't really lock in and watch it like I wanted to. I was more curious if they found something, you know, at that location. And here's the video. Let's go ahead and run it back.
I've seen these in my cases because they suspect that he had something to do with the death is not good enough for me. I think that
let's watch this real quick.
The most they could have proved up with.
Police say the mother of four was last seen outside her home late Sunday night, fighting with her 53-year-old husband, Brad. A neighbor says later he heard screams in the woods nearby.
They said that he had been arrested the day before.
Okay, so that's all right. Right there is the guy that earlier I pulled up that video, the one that heard screams.
That report coming in from KSAT in San Antonio, Texas, where Brad Simpson has now been arrested on multiple charges of violent assault causing bodily injury and unlawful restraint. This after neighbors heard suspicious sounds coming from their home the night before he reported his own wife, Suzanne, missing. The search for Suzanne continues, and friends and relatives and neighbors held a prayer vigil for her. Reporter John Paul Barajas with KSAT has the story.
Family, friends, and strangers gather to pray for Suzanne Clark Simpson. She was last seen last Sunday. At this time, for loved ones, leaning on their faith seems like the only thing they can do.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why it happened. It wasn't part of their life.
Suzanne's mom, Barbara Clark, says she spoke to her daughter 1 hour before she was last seen.
She called me up and told me the things that Brad had done to her physically.
What's going on, Linda?
Well, I came up with an alternative plan for her in the hope that she'd move in with me. I never got to tell her the plan.
Clark explained Suzanne told her her husband Brad had hurt her arm and back around 9 p.m.
Well, in the reports that I read earlier, they're saying that he's not cooperating at all. So he's obviously zipped up.
According to an arrest affidavit, around 10 or 11 p.m., a neighbor
and that right there should tell you everything. When somebody's zipped up when their wife has been missing since a certain date and they are not talking, that right there is the biggest red flag. Nah, don't talk with police because they're going to try to put this against you. Well, I think you would do everything in your power to try to, you know, resolve it, right? You wouldn't not cooperate with the people who are going to try to help you find her the most, especially if there's nothing that they can nab against you to put you behind bars. If there's nothing that you didn't do anything, you really don't have shit to worry about. I mean, in some cases, there's some weird stuff that goes on, but most of the time is what I'm saying.
Then saw the Simpsons fighting outside their almost park home and later heard screams from the wooded area nearby.
Do you think that Brad's responsible for her disappearance?
Angela, thank you. I agree with that. I would like to visit with him and ask him why. What happened?
Clark adds the family's doing the best they can, but she is worried about Suzanne's 4 children.
That's hard to know exactly how they're doing.
And even as everyone tries to remain positive, Clark fears her daughter is no longer alive.
I don't think she is, because I have not heard from her.
Is there anything you say to Suzanne right now if she could hear you?
Suzanne, we love you. We need you.
Man, that's the second time. That shit gave me chills all the way.
And we pray for you.
Thanks to KSAT for that report. Think Tank still with us. Al Wunsch III, Darnell Crosland, and Jennifer Brandt. Jennifer, he's not yet charged with murder. He's charged with unlawful restraint because of what those neighbors overheard of injury that causes bodily injury or assault that causes bodily injury. Do you think that there's a reason that they are waiting to charge with murder?
Maybe just to gather up some more evidence. I mean, she hasn't been found. Maybe they hope that they will find her. So I think maybe
we've seen most of that earlier, right? Oh, no. You ain't getting me. Nope. Hold on, let's go back to here. I seen another one. Let me pull up this other video. I've seen another one that was before that. Attorney hair in victim's hand is not Richard Allen's.
Oh my God.
Say what? Hair in hand is not Richard Allen's? That's crazy. I'm going to have to look at that. I am going to have to look at that.
Trending in true crime this morning, authorities in Texas are searching for a missing mother of two while her husband is sitting in jail, accused of assaulting her. Suzanne Simpson was last seen Sunday, October 6th at her home near San Antonio, Texas. The photo on the left is an image of her on that day wearing a dark dress and tan heels. Police say she hasn't been to work or checked on her children, two of them since. An arrest warrant was obtained by KSAT News, and it states that a neighbor heard that Suzanne and her husband, Brad, argued on Sunday. And this neighbor was very detailed with his account of this. He says he actually witnessed a physical altercation. He told police that Suzanne was trying to get away from her husband. About an hour later, he says Brad Simpson left the house in his vehicle and then returned an hour or two after that. Monday, nobody picked up the kids from school, so staff called the husband. Police say that the Simpsons' children told parents that told the school that the parents were fighting and that dad assaulted mom and took her cell phone away. Brad Simpson now in jail on charges of assaulting his family member. It was assault causing bodily injury or Simpson now in jail.
Hold on, I want to see that real quick. So school called Brad Simpson on Monday to say their child hadn't been picked up. Police interviewed staff at the school. One of the couple's children said her parents were fighting and that her dad assaulted her mom and took her phone away. Huh. He take it away because he didn't want her to call the police or what? What's the point from that? You say, yep, it'll be a 49-hour show soon. She ran into the woods. I wonder if that's what happened, D. Did she run into the woods and that's where the screaming, like the guy said he heard, came from? I wonder, another thing, I got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt right now. What if he did walk out and was looking but didn't see nothing but heard the screaming? It's almost like you can't do anything if you don't see something, but you could go look. Or maybe he was scared. I don't know who he is. I mean, we've seen him on the screen here, but we don't know.
Mom and took her cell phone away. Brad Simpson now in jail on charges of assaulting his family member. It was assault causing bodily injury or an unlawful restraint. And authorities say he is being, quote, uncooperative. So we're asking the question, will the arrest help lead to some answers as to what happened to Suzanne? Let's talk about it. Joining us now, State Attorney in Palm Beach, Florida, Dave Ehrenberg, retired NYPD Detective Mike Alcazar, and still with us, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor David Bruno. Good morning, gentlemen. Let's start, Mike, from a law enforcement perspective here. When you have an uncooperative person, as we have, they've said it publicly, it changes the game, I would think. And they've gone public saying, this guy's uncooperative. Have you seen this vehicle? Have you seen these clothes, this woman? Is that the right move here to try to, because it seems as though they are really at a loss as to where this woman is?
Yeah, when you have a missing person case like this that's highly suspect, a good rule is to treat it like it's a homicide. You don't have to tell the families or victims or witnesses that you're treating it like a homicide, but it's a good idea to start that way. You have to process physical evidence.
Sunshine, that might be a good idea, to be honest with you. Like, I actually feel that 100%. 100%. Oh my goodness. That takes me back to the other night. Remember when it said, hey, Rev, we were at a party on the ground. Woo. Oh my God. We were at a party on the ground.
You may recover so that you don't lose it. No, time is of the essence. Any kind of digital footprint is phone calls. Recently, we've seen in cases of missings and homicides that people do Google searches of like, gotta dispose of bodies. You know, criminals aren't very smart. So that's a good way to start. Yeah. Social media postings, victimology. What's the history with the family? And of course, interview witnesses. And
that is crazy. Yo, CL3, you're right. You're right. And I have him clipped too. That's even the thing. I have him clipped in there in Discord, I'm pretty sure. We were at a party on the ground at Landfill. Yeah. Oh, man. I think you're right.
And, you know, any kind of information that can help solve the case.
Dave, what goes into the thought process from a prosecutor standpoint and in terms of arresting him? I mean, there's two different, Dave Ehrenberg. Would you, as you look at it, you could either do one of two things, right? You can turn the screws by putting him in a jail cell, or you could sort of turn the screws by just letting him float around as everybody's watching him, and you can also watch him interact with other people. You know, you can bug his house and his phones and all of that. What would be the thought process, which they did here, is put him in a jail cell as they wait for answers?
Ted, he's clearly the top suspect here, and they want to prevent him from fleeing, and that's one reason why they were able to lock him up for a lesser charge. Question is,
I honestly believe that. I believe that may have been communicated that day, a couple nights ago when I was on the second channel. I'm not even joking either. I'm actually super serious about that. Wow. We were at a party on it. Like I'm hearing that in my head, right? And sometimes you just don't know who is, when it comes to it, you don't know what's communicating. All I know is that the other side loves coming to me. And it's been a thing since I was a child. They've always came to me heavily.
how long can they keep him behind bars? Some judges will not allow you to keep these guys behind bars unless you charge them with the crime of murder, something more serious than the domestic violence he's being charged with right now. So the prosecutors clearly have their eyes on this guy, and they're trying to develop a case against this guy. But unlike police, prosecutors generally will not file charges against someone unless they can have enough evidence to find to get a jury to find them guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The standard for police is probable cause. That's a low standard. But when it comes to file charges as a prosecutor, you want to have enough evidence that you can charge beyond a reasonable doubt, because once you charge, then the clock starts ticking. So he'll be charged if they have enough evidence with murder, but only then, because you do it too soon, that clock starts ticking and you could lose the whole case.
David Bruno, if you're representing him, what are you telling him? Do you still continue to be uncooperative? What would be your advice?
Sure. It's rule number one of criminal defense is remain silent. And I have a problem with the characterization of being uncooperative, you know?
I mean, and that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. He's quiet. Like, if your wife that you were married to for 20 plus years is missing, you would work with whoever to find them, right? Or would you be looking at it like, they're gonna try to pin something against me? That's a guilty conscience, straight up.
Oh, because the Fifth Amendment applies to the innocent and the guilty. If that's the case, because he's invoked his right to remain silent, which the Constitution offers to everybody, that is an unfair characterization in the public opinion. With that being said, look, there's two charges.
You can push back a little there, David. It's unfair in the legal world, but it's fair in the layman's world, is it not? That the neighbor, this guy doesn't seem to care about his missing wife, and he's got 2 kids without a mom. Where is she? And if he's not helping. So I get what you're saying. Legally, it's the right way to go, but public opinion is, dude, where's the wife?
4 kids without a mom.
Well, prosecutors, they're ethically responsible for their statements to the public. And look, there's 2 charges, and the bail set on the 2 charges is $2 million, $1 million on each. So obviously they have some pretty good evidence to think that this is the guy They're looking for help because there's no cell phone of the victim. They got to find the victim's phone, obviously. Where's the GPS on where it was? Where was the movement on that? And this neighbor that has the evidence about watching a physical altercation and restraint is the starting point for the investigation. So I know that he's being uncooperative in a sense, but when somebody has committed some sort of offense or crime, any defense attorney would tell them to remain silent because it's constitutional right.
Mike, the window here is fairly limited in terms of hiding a body. If, let's say, assume that the unthinkable has happened and that he has killed her, that she didn't just flee and is now hiding out somewhere, which is what people are hoping. But let's say he did kill her. He's got about a 4 when you factor in his coming and going through the neighbor. It's a matter of hours. Are you confident that this will be solved in the near future?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we always hope that we can solve it. You know, we're going to have to do our due diligence and canvass for video, process the crime scene, maybe get some help from outside agencies if it's a smaller agency, get the FBI involved so that, yeah, you're right, time is the essence, and we have to do this as quick as possible. Professionally, it's not looking good that this woman hasn't been recovered, and I would process this right now as if it was a homicide.
Absolutely.
Dave Ehrenberg, let's say she's never found. There's a lot that makes people believe that the husband did it. No body prosecutions are a very difficult endeavor, but it absolutely can be done.
Correct. You don't need a body, although it's very helpful for prosecutors, but there's already a lot of circumstantial evidence here, and investigators will collect more. It's just something that we have to do because you want to do justice for the family. And this is an area where juries get it. Juries understand the motive when it's a internal domestic family dispute. It's not like you have to explain some complex financial scheme. This could be motivated by the fact that you had a domestic violence incident that escalated into a murder. And that's something that everyone can understand. So just because they don't have a body doesn't mean it's case over for the prosecutors.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will.
I mean, it's still going on, though. They're looking for the body. They're definitely looking for the body. And premeditated, I don't know. I mean, with screams, was it a fight from the club they went to that night? Was there another man or something that he's seen? What would make somebody snap like that? And it seems, you never know. It could be something little. It could be something big. And I'm sure that there's going to be some type of evidence that leads to that. You got to think, man. You got these phones. I mean, what do we use these days? We use a lot of devices. So they're able to put together stories stories of what happened, a storyline of what led up to the point of her being murdered in this manner and discarded and thrown in the trash. It's absolutely disgusting. And if you are if this goes to the ladies out there, if a man is beating your ass, you need to go. You know, I remember trying to get my mom away from her boyfriend. It just, some people feel like they're stuck or they need to stay. But if somebody's putting their hands on you, there's no reason. That's every reason you should leave. That's all you got to know. I know it may feel tough if you have kids, etc., but you just got to go. You cannot stop. You got to go.
See, and hopefully there are answers sooner than later. We'll continue to monitor everything coming out of San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, it sucks. And you know what? You know, watching an interview earlier, her mom said that she had a plan for her to leave, right? And she didn't get to tell her the plan before this happened. She didn't get to tell her the plan that, you know, that she had for her to get out of there. That's what gave me wicked chills earlier when I heard the mom say that about her daughter. Like she had that plan for her to go. I'm just sorry if a man will raise and put their hands on you, that's every sign that you need to know. Because if they'll hit you once, what makes you think they won't do it twice? And what makes you think that it won't be worse? So he probably, though, she was having an affair working with wealthy people. I mean,
Trending
I definitely get it, but damn, crazy, so crazy. So, oh, wow, yes, her mom wishes she would have told her. Yeah, that's what she said too. I'm gonna try to find this interview with mom. Hopefully, there's got to be a video out there. We've seen that. I think I've seen it on the court TV, but let's take this. Suzanne Simpson, mom. Let's look at mom. There's got to be an interview here. Oh, there is. Let's watch it.
First and foremost, how are you doing?
Here we go,
It's been
y'all.
1 week
I
since
got you.
anyone's seen Suzanne.
I'm doing well in the fact so that I talk.
Is it muted? Really?
There was
It's crazy.
just time to explain it. So I've got telephone
the whole
calls
thing's
coming
muted.
from all over the United States, and it's such a complicated
I'm
story.
gonna find it.
I don't mind
I
sharing
didn't know the
the
whole thing
story,
was muted.
but how to make it short enough so I can have everybody understand what's going on.
Just your thoughts on tonight's turnout and then the immense support all around the globe and social
All right,
media.
let me go
about this
back.
case.
I'm gonna find it.
Oh,
Give me one
this is a
second.
beautiful evening.
Investigators say husband.
The urgent search for a missing Almost Park mother enters its second week, and now
I'm going to find it. Let me see here. I want to find mom's interview.
First and
I want to
foremost,
check that out.
how are you doing? It's
I
been
actually
1
want to see
week
it.
since anyone's seen Suzanne.
Damn.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Let me look through here a little bit. I can't believe that was like muted like that. Simpson mom interview. Okay. I see another one there, but oh no, that's the same one.
Live from KSAT 12, the Night Beats.
That's the same one. Manhunt for missing mom heats up as the husband gets thrown in jail. That was a few days ago. Investigators say husband. All right, we've seen that part. For some reason, I'm not able to find it. Like the one that I just had was all muted, every bit of it. Simpson's mom. Let's try this search. Nope. The only one we heard was on that other.
Seen Suzanne.
I'm doing.
You know, it
well
says
in the fact
that
I don't really understand.
like it literally
everything
has.
that
I don't know.
happened.
Like for some reason, there's
I'm
no
doing well in
sound,
the
but
fact
yet
that
it
I
plays
know
the
God.
wording across the screen, which makes zero
And
sense to me.
I'm doing well because Suzanne
That's
and I
weird.
had an opportunity to talk for an
Oh,
hour
well, I had an
before
opportunity
a
to
lot of
talk
this
an
has
hour
happened.
before a lot of this has
And
happened.
I don't understand why and what happened. And I hope someday I'll be able to understand the situation.
That's so weird.
You said you had a conversation with her about seeing
Try
Suzanne.
again.
We're together, and I didn't understand, I didn't know this was going on.
That's crazy.
And I had a little conversation with him, and I said something about Suzanne said.
If anybody can find
you
the
hurt
one
his-
with the
your
sound, we want
arm
the
and her-
sound, honestly, but
and another
that's crazy.
her back, and then I mentioned there was something else.
Speculation
And
and
he-
people, yeah,
all
people
of a sudden
speculation. That
got a
happens a
little
lot.
defensive.
Oh, no. You can
And
hear?
so
Okay,
I
I'll let it.
said-
I'll let it go then.
Oh, I think I must be mistaken.
I can't hear it for some reason.
And I thought, well, maybe I was mistaken. But I think that was the start of this situation, or the start. And then I didn't know anything more at that point. And so then I've heard a little bit what's the situation with him. That
So you guys can hear it. I can't hear nothing. So when I play, look, when I'm hitting play, you guys can hear it. I can't. and I usually can hear it all. So it's weird. Like, what is going on? Can somebody explain to me what is happening right now? I'm just gonna let it play for you guys. I got you.
What
I'll
the law
read it.
did found him, and evidently he's in jail at this point.
How are you doing?
Whatever.
And I'm gonna play it from right there so you guys can actually hear the whole thing.
And I hope someday I'll be able to understand the situation.
You said you had a conversation with her about an hour before she was missing, or the last time she was seen. What was that conversation like?
The conversation was that it all started because she wanted me to take care of her 5-year-old while she went to a party. And so then she decided that she could go to the party after Brad would go to the party, and then she would go, and she could also take the Charlie Ann with her. And then she changed her mind, and when she went to the party, they came back from the party. Now my speculation is maybe the whole thing is alcohol related, because when she got back, she called me up and told me the things that Brad had done to her physically. Well, I came up with an alternative plan for her and hoped that she'd move in with me and have her little toddler go to the elementary school in my neighborhood. I never got to tell her the plan. I don't know what happened. I think Brad at that time had done the damage. I don't know what happened. Brad, the next day, which was Monday, Brad called me and told me that he got up and took Charlie Ann to school, and Suzanne didn't pick up her. So that was the first time I knew there's something. But I just thought she was, friends. That would be normal. So it took me a little while to come to the conclusion that she would have called me. And so I in my brain, felt that she was dead at that point.
You said Suzanne called you and told you what Brad had done to her. What did she say?
Yes, she had told me that he had hurt her arm and hurt her back, and she didn't know quite what she was going to do about that. And so that was the end of that. But I think all the rest of that conversation happened at 10 o'clock. It was 9 o'clock that she said that. Damn. And at 10 o'clock, there's the records of whatever happened to her and what Brad did. Brad has always been my friend. I've had high regards for him. I always thought he was a good father. I thought I admired him, and I don't understand what the situation is with him.
Do you think that Brad's responsible for her disappearance?
I agree with that.
What would you say to Brad right now who's not cooperating with investigators?
Yes. I'd tell Brad that I would like to visit with him and ask him why. What happened? I'm shocked. I had a lot of admiration for him. I still plan to be his friend. And I don't know if the alcohol that they had at the party was his problem.
Had there been any, any abuse in the past, any physical altercations between them?
There was one other one that I knew of not too long ago. And I can't really remember too much about that. But after, this is like the next day, Brad and I were together, and I didn't understand, I didn't know this was going on. And I had a little conversation with him, and I said something about Suzanne said, you hurt her arm and another her back, and then I mentioned there was something else, and he all of a sudden got a little defensive. And so I said,
interesting.
Oh, I think I must be mistaken. And I thought, well, maybe I was mistaken. But I think that was the start of this situation, or the start. And then I didn't know anything more at that point.
What's going on, Jen?
And so then I've heard a little bit what's the situation with him, that what the law did, found him, and evidently he's in jail at this point.
How are you doing right now?
Well, it's hard to comprehend it. It's hard to believe it happened. And
I think you were right when you said that in chat. I'm talking to, I forgot who said that, but you said you think that, why is she not like, oh my God, why? I think she just explained it. Hard to comprehend, hard to understand. There it is. I mean, that pretty much answers it for me. And she's just probably at a loss for words for it.
I don't know, with the 4 children, I'm not so concerned as with the older kids, but for being 5 years old, have a mommy and a daddy. And sort of I wonder where does the money come from at this point when your mother's not alive and your father's in jail. And that's probably issue and challenge we'll have from it.
So you don't think Suzanne's alive?
I don't think she is, because I have not heard from her. That's the only reason. Nobody's told me what happened. I've heard a little stuff that what they're trying to do and I've talked with several sheriff people, my story, and it's just unlike her. She was a very positive person. She was a very pleasant person in my life, and when she was a little child, she was just such a joy. And
poor lady.
What do you, the kids, and the family need most right now?
She can't even make sense of it.
Well, we try to be positive.
She's a sweet woman too.
Try to focus on God. I've been in Bible study fellowship for 44 years. They've taught me how to get through it, difficult situations. They've taught me about the power of God. And I have a lot of questions that have not been answered. I'll never understand it until I get to really talk to Brad. Maybe he can explain to me.
And he's probably not going to, because I don't know. Hopefully he does. Hopefully one day he'll tell her the story, because that's what she wants to hear.
What happened to him?
Is there anything
What's going on, Donna?
Suzanne right now, if she could hear you?
Suzanne, we love you. We need you. And we pray for you.
That's a good point, Chris.
Can you talk to us about the difficulty of this week for you and everyone involved?
I think the hardest part is so many people are calling me and asking me, and I'm happy to share, but it's not a short story.
Yeah.
And so I had an opportunity to be with a group this afternoon, and they didn't know about the circumstances, and I didn't want them to know. Not that I didn't want to have to take the time to explain it. Right. So I've got telephone calls coming from all over the United States, and it's such a complicated story. I don't mind sharing the story, but how to make it short enough so I can have everybody understand what's going on.
Just your thoughts on tonight's turnout and then the immense support all around the globe and social media.
Thank you, Susan.
Oh, this is a beautiful evening. I'm so impressed with it, and I hope that somehow or another this will help us get through it, and hopefully for Suzanne, I don't know how it is for her and what she went through and the torture. I felt like she must have gone through a lot of torture from what little I've read about the neighbors, what the neighbors have said. And I'm very thankful for this evening. I appreciate that. And
yeah, you can, like, for me, it's easy to see what type of, that she's just an outgoing woman and tries to see the best in everything. And that's the way that I'm reading Mom here. And she is, this is Suzanne's mom. If you just came in, you don't know the story. They're searching a landfill for Suzanne, and they have the husband locked up. There was a fight. There was screaming. There was etc. And if you play a little bit back on this live, you'll hear the full story to a certain extent without, knowing what led him to the landfill, if it was blood in the trash, etc. Either way, Mom had a pretty good idea that, in her head that he did this. And I could just tell she's an outgoing woman, one, and two, probably still in shock, like a lot of you have said.
Appreciate you all being interested and that I can share my story with her, with you all about her.
What do you think of the support of everyone? Everybody coming
It's
together
crazy,
and praying for her.
Angela.
Yeah, well, prayer is powerful, and I just trust God. And
Nice to see you.
The Bible, they had a lot of good scripture here that you could count on making your health, mentally healthier. And, but basically, I think the bottom line is I just don't understand. I don't understand why it happened. It wasn't part of their life or his behavior. And I've known him a long time.
That's a bright statement. That's a broad statement saying, this wasn't part of his life. He wasn't maybe a angry or assaulting type person. So what would make you snap and kill your wife out of nowhere? I don't get that. It could have been a drug, could have been drinking. What was it?
I mean, I've known him since they were in college together, and he came from an outstanding family, and he was a brilliant guy in many ways, and I never really thought of him as would do anything like this to any of the kids or to his wife. I don't understand it.
How are the kids? How are your grandchildren?
Well, right now, we're just doing the best we can, and I guess they're all having to deal with it their own way, and whatever I can do to help them, I would be happy to do that.
Being strong for them.
That's hard to know exactly how they're doing. And
have you talked to them? What have they told you?
They haven't told me anything yet. I've talked to them, and we haven't talked about it in detail, like exactly what happened or why it happened or how do you feel about it.
Yeah.
And maybe we will be able to do that. And hopefully Brad can be part of this so he understands what happened and so we can understand him. This is not normal behavior for him.
For those at home watching this, is there anything you say to them right now?
I just thank everybody for being so kind and interested and trying to do what they can. And I appreciate that so much. And this evening, it was a beautiful evening.
No, she's just out. I see her. I mean, maybe she's trying to be strong for them and lead by example is, now not the, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like crying out in front of people. I don't know. But in general, for me, it looks like that she's that she's leading by example for the grandkids, etc. It's hard to know, this is a 5-minute interview, or I'm sorry, 11-minute interview. I mean, that's just 11 minutes that you're seeing somebody. And tell me about it. Jealousy is definitely dangerous. That's the people who got my name in their mouth. They know a lot about that. Hard to hear her. Yeah, it was hard to hear. I had to put this headphone on. I couldn't even hear her at all. Y'all were like, I hear her. I'm like, what? Because I didn't hear nothing. I had to put these headphones on and literally crunch this down. He said, now I'm confused. She first said she had plans to get her daughter out of here. Didn't she? Yeah, she did say that. Suzanne had to have told mom something, but now she says it's not their life, not him. Prayers for her. I almost wonder, Gypsy, if that was another interview. I have no idea. No idea. Crazy. What you talking about? That wasn't me that typed that. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. I see connections to other cases. Just my opinion. Huh. Like a connection between him and other cases? Is that what you mean, Green Eyes? God bless this mom. She is trying so hard to be so strong. Wow. God bless this mom. She is trying so hard. Wow, wow, wow. Let me see what else they got here. Search moves in landfill. We've seen that part. Almost when I go to the second channel and hit this. I'm not even joking.
The search for missing almost
Ooh, that's loud.
Park mother of four, Suzanne Simpson, expanding to a landfill on southeast Bexar County.
News 4 San Antonio's Destiny Fuller brings us more on the search and what investigators may have been looking for.
The search for missing Almas Park woman Suzanne Simpson is on day 8, and while some are losing hope, authorities are still turning every stone to find her. Retired FBI Special Agent Abel Peña says the first 48 hours of any investigation are crucial. But after that period, investigators will expand their search. Today's effort led crews to a landfill in southeast Bexar County.
The big thing is going to be the digital evidence. And if they find her cell phone there, then that would be just a great find. And from there, they can probably put together a better timeline.
It's still unclear what investigators were looking for.
Everything's just coupled together to kind of ascertain, where perhaps they're going to be searching again. And if it takes them to a landfill, it may be that they're looking for a piece of evidence. And from there, they'll be able to get a forensic team to look for things.
The 51-year-old's family isn't confident they'll find her alive. At a vigil on Sunday, Suzanne's mother said she would have heard from her by now. But as the search heads into week 2, police are still digging. According to police, a neighbor reported seeing Suzanne and her husband Brad physically fighting and arguing from his window. He says shortly after that, he heard 2 to 3 screams come from this wooded area, which is the first place police started their search. With no further updates in this case, Peña is reminding Suzanne's loved ones not to throw in the towel on finding answers just yet.
Law enforcement is conducting an exhaustive investigation to try to find Miss Simpson and to not lose hope. That's the one thing. Just stay on top of it and just not lose hope.
We reached out to Brad Simpson's attorney for comment on the status of his case. Their team has no comment at this time. For News 4 San Antonio, I'm Destiny Fuller.
And you can find much more in this case, plus
You can find much more where?
in-depth interviews on the News 4 YouTube channel, including our interview with Suzanne Simpson's mother. Just scan the QR code on your screen there, and while
Scan the QR code on your screen there. Huh. Let's see. Let me see what it does for me here. I'm going to open that bad boy. I'm not seeing anything there. Interesting. Yeah, let's see. Brenda. Okay, Shaggy. Repeat, see? Can you hear me? Make sure I'm good. All right. This reminded me of, somebody said that earlier, Liv. Somebody literally said that earlier. I was like, what? He said I was getting coffee. Echo. Not no more, correct? Is it done? Why didn't the neighbor call the 911? See something, say something? My bad, I didn't see you say echo. There's an interview with brother, someone said. Let's see if we can find that. The brother of his, or let's see. Brad Simpson. Brad Simpson. Reporter, Suzanne Simpson's phone was found half a mile from home. Wow, okay. So again, it does say that her phone was found half a mile from home. Brad Simpson faces hold for questioning by federal authorities. I wonder what the feds want to talk to him for. What's going on there, bucko? You into some
And just
shit?
in the last hour, we learned that federal investigators could be eyeing Brad Simpson. Bexar County.
Why? What does the feds want to talk to you for? What you getting your hands into, bucko? My bad, yo. So you got to be getting your hands into some shit. The feds want to get in. The feds want to get at you. Woo! What the feds want to talk to you for, Bucky?
Central Records confirms the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives and the U.S. Marshals have placed a hold.
Whoa! I didn't
Investigators
hear that
could be
again.
eyeing Brad Simpson. Bexar County Central Records confirms the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives and the U.S. Marshals have placed a hold on Simpson. That means if he posts bond on the county charges, he could then be taken into custody by federal authorities. ATF investigates federal crimes, including the unlawful use or theft of firearms. KSAT could find no pending federal charges right now against Simpson. He remains in custody at the Bexar County Jail on bonds totaling $2 million. A bond hearing has been scheduled for Tuesday morning.
Damn.
And
so they what was it? Tobacco, firearms. Damn, a bunch of. I wonder what they found. Would they find a bomb in your house, in the garage or something? Good gracious, Bart Simpson. Oh, Bart Simpson, you said, huh? Where you at, Bart Simpson? Brad Simpson, brother. I'm not seeing anything yet. Family. So it says family of missing Simpson thanks law enforcement and community. See that part? Barbara Clark fears daughter Suzanne Simpson, missing for a week, is no longer alive. So, okay.
It may be led by your light in the efforts to find the missing.
Our top story tonight, a community.
Let me pull this up. Boom.
Coming together and putting their faith in prayer. That includes the mother of Suzanne Simpson, the missing mother of 4.
Barbara Clark
Sealed
tells us how
indictment.
she and the family have been getting through it tonight after a vigil
Yeah, I
for her
see you,
missing
Verica.
daughter.
I see you.
We try to be positive, try to focus on God.
News 4 San Antonio, Stephanie Esquivel was there and spoke with Barbara, who tells us about the last time she talked with her daughter.
Suzanne Simpson's mother, Barbara Clark, tells me she doesn't believe Suzanne is alive. Barbara tells me she communicated with Suzanne regularly, and if Suzanne were alive, she would have contacted her by now.
Suzanne and I had an opportunity to talk an hour before a lot of this has happened, and I don't understand why and what happened, and I hope someday I'll be able to understand the situation.
Suzanne Simpson's mother, Barbara Clark, says Suzanne called her the night she was last seen, asking Barbara to watch one of her 4 children while she went to a friend's party. Suzanne ended up changing her mind, and later that night, Barbara says Suzanne called her again to tell her about an altercation she had with her husband, 53-year-old Brad Simpson.
Now, my speculation is maybe the whole thing is alcohol related, because when she got back, she called me up and told me the things that Brad had done to her physically.
Barbara says that wasn't the first time Suzanne and Brad had a disagreement, and Barbara was going to ask Suzanne to leave.
Well, I came up with an alternative plan for her and hoped that she'd move in with me and have her little toddler go to the elementary school in my neighborhood. I never got to tell her the plan.
The organizer of tonight's vigil
That was
me
it.
he's known both Suzanne and her husband Brad for decades and just wanted to bring their loved ones together for prayer. On the north side, Stephanie Esquivel, News 4, San Antonio.
And continuing coverage now, today, Suzanne's
still hear
brother-in-law,
echo?
Barton
That's
Simpson,
crazy.
released a statement 1 week after she disappeared. It says
What about now?
the family is immensely grateful for the extraordinary efforts of law enforcement and extend a special thank you to the Olmos City Police Chief. They also say they're thankful for the support.
I think that's Bart Simpson right there, ain't it? Old Bart Simpson. You said that poor mama is in shock, not able to cry or grieve yet. That's what I was reading. Like as far as like her energy. Still hear echo. That's crazy. That is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. You fall twice, then you better get in. Well, we'll see what comes of it tomorrow. I wonder if if they found anything today at all in the landfill. It says, as the search for Suzanne continues, we are immensely grateful for the extraordinary efforts of law enforcement, the Almost Park Police, the Texas Law Enforcement, the Texas Department of Public Safety, the Texas Rangers. Who the fuck is the Texas Rangers? I remember her. Hopefully she's doing well. But the Texas Rangers and many others have been vigilant and tireless in their efforts to find Suzanne. We want to extend a special thanks to Chief Fidel Villegas, Ranger Jesse Perez, and the DPS Victim Services team for guiding us through the unimaginable ordeal and helping us protect and support Suzanne's children. We are also deeply thankful for the community and everyone who has supported and continues to support the search. To all of you who have reached out with love and encouragement, it says, please know that your support means the world to us, and we will not stop until we find her. As you attend church this morning, please keep Suzanne's children in your prayers. We ask God to bless them and give us the strength to endure this painful and heartbreaking situation. Bart Simpson wrote that. Hold up, y'all. I hear someone here. Hold up. Woo! You're barking at nothing? Like, what's going on? Like, who the hell is here? You said she was still worried about her kids for sure. Tracy Harris, nice to see you, my friend, and thank you. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for showing love. I appreciate you. Sand Sunshine. I said, welcome, Sand Sunshine. Pebbles, thank you. Jersey June, bub. Nice to see you, my friend. 15 months. Leisure says, woohoo, love my rap gang fam. Nice to see you, Leisure. Tracy, again, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank all of you for the support. I appreciate you. Welcome. Yeah, I'm good. My doorbells they were going off. I was like, what? Why they keep doing that? I'm about to go again. Like, what? Get out of here with that shit. I don't know what was going on, but I don't see shit. All I know is when they bark, someone's here. That's what I do know. And when I hear that, I check my camera right away and go look, just to make sure, but be careful. Yeah, no, I don't know. That'd be crazy. Rap games from what? Extremely, you said what? I'm extremely spiritual, extremely, and I get so angry that I will yell at the top of my lungs and ask why, God, why do you do this to good people? I'll never understand. I appreciate you, Tracy. Thank you. I love you back, my friend. It was a long time no see. Yeah, and I don't know what it was. Weird. I keep hearing them go crazy. Hold up. I hear they're going crazy again. Like, what? Let me look. The fuck? What? Man, I'm done playing. Fuck this. That was fucking weird, dude. Bruh, that was weird. literally a light flashing. Like, that's crazy. Like, there was a light flashing on the property, but I don't see nothing. I just walked the whole thing. I literally just walked the whole thing. There was a light flashing. I seen it. And then I go out there. There's nothing. Weird. Shit. I got my 9mm on speed dial. Not that. It's weird. I just seen a light flash and I walk out there. Literally just walk the whole thing, right? I don't know. It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be a spirit. This property is very haunted. Speaking of that, I just felt something cold come up on me. This property is very haunted for sure. But nah, this was like a light flashing. I could see it going blinking on camera like this. You know how, like, here they go again. I don't see it. Okay. No. Mm-mm. No. I mean, near it, yes. And thank you, Tracy. Again, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you supporting this channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It is sketchy, for sure. That was weird. Now, I'm going to have to show you exactly. I'm going to see if I can go back and pull it and show you the exact spot that I'm talking about on camera. 1 second. Hold up. Let me screen this a couple times. Let me add a little lighting too. There they go again. I put lighting in there. Look, the sky looks lit and it's dark. Man. All right. I don't know. It's gotta be spirit. Seriously. I just walk right to the same spot. I see nothing. Straight up. It's gotta be a spirit or something. They bark every time I sit down. Like I just sat down. They're doing it again right now, but I can literally hear him howling. Oh. Hold on. Let me pull up my sound. Silent. It says like watching a movie. I don't know. Like I went out there. I don't see, or it felt like weird. It feels like someone's watching me, but as in like a spirit or something. I don't know. It's again, this property is haunted though. So there's people have died here, if you're wondering. So hey, I mean it is haunted for sure. It can be spiderweb, animal, moss. I don't know. I personally don't know. Yeah, right? Tell me about it. Okay, fine. We can go on a second channel if you insist. I'm down. I'm down for sure. I don't know what it is, y'all. I just keep hearing. All I know is when they bark, there's something there. Okay, because they don't bark without when they see something, they go crazy. Literally, they're like doorbells, but at the same time, none of my sensors on the camera went off. Yeah, really, no sensors went off or anything. So it's weird. Yeah, but that thing's crazy looking, right? What is that? Is that a spirit? Is that a spirit on the camera? What is it? That's weird. What's going on? Frankie Duke. Okay, spirit calling. I'm down. It is. But I like that though. Oh, you said make it bigger? I got you. Hold on, I screenshot it with this on my screen. Let me at least pull it into it. I'm trying to make it bigger than this. I don't know. And that's visible to them too. And they usually go ape shit when they hear that. Who knows? Couldn't see it, but now it's like this light that went into the camera. It looks crazy. It's like I see a face in there too, actually. Look. Up on top. That's crazy looking. It was flashing before, but the fuck is that? What? Dude, come on. This is crazy. It looks like a face. Oh no. What is that? Look at this. I zoomed on it right here. What? Look at that face. It looks evil. That kind of looks creepy. I ain't gonna hold you. Woo! I had to take a still of it. All right. That's crazy. I'm gonna take a still of it and crop it. It's wild looking. What? Yo, this is crazy looking. Hold on. I got you. This is the still of it. Look at that thing. What is that? Look like angry. He said, "Oh shit! I saw the laughing emoji on the side screen. It's like an orb on my damn." I don't know. Remember it said carport, etc. Well, there is a carport, and there's a carport right here, and that shit's creepy. Remember on the other night, it was like carport. I don't know, but that is my cue also. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate you coming by. We need to check this out tomorrow. I'll be back on here tomorrow on this channel. Second channel, I'll be on there for a while tonight. So if you want to join me over there, let me know. Absolutely not, Tammy. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. Like I'm super serious. That's crazy. And they don't usually go off like that. But I'm gonna head over there right now. I love you guys, and I'll see you back on here tomorrow on this one.